Celebrity controversies that most people seem to have forgotten about. Part 4. Ian Watkins, who was the lead singer of the band Lost Prophets, is serving a 35-year prison sentence after he admitted his involvement in several sexual crimes. I absolutely cannot go into too much detail, but I will say that there were 2 women involved who gladly offered up their children to be sexually abused by Watkins, one of which was only 10 months old. If you want to read every charge that was brought against them, you can just Google details of Ian Watkins' case for the official court documents. But I do want to warn you that it is probably the most disturbing thing that I've ever read in my entire life, and that is saying a lot for me. 3 months after Amy Winehouse died in 2011, Neil Patrick Harris and his husband threw a Halloween party that featured a meat platter assembled to look like Amy Winehouse's corpse. It seemed very correct. The detailing seemed very, very correct. I don't see it as like this giant controversy or something that's illegal. I just think that it was something that was in very poor taste, and I honestly expected better from Neil Patrick Harris. I don't know why, but it just feels like such an odd thing to have at a Halloween party, like taunting a dead person. If you want to see the meat platter, you can just Google it. I'm scared to put it here because I'm afraid it's too graphic. Rebecca Gayheart struck and killed a 9-year-old boy with her car while he was crossing the street in 2001. Cars had stopped to allow the little boy to cross, and she impatiently drove into the 2-way lane to go around the cars and hit him. She received probation and a $2,800 fine. In 1986, when Mark Wahlberg was 15 years old, he and 3 friends were charged with chasing 3 black children and pelting them with rocks while yelling, "Kill the N-words," until an ambulance driver intervened. The next day, Wahlberg harassed a group of mostly black children around the age of 9 or 10 while they were at the beach, gathering other white men to join in racially abusing and throwing rocks at them. In a seemingly unrelated incident, although we can say that it was also racist as fuck, Mark Wahlberg attacked 2 Vietnamese men while he was high on PCP. In 1990, lovable John Hamm participated in a very violent hazing at the University of Texas. So violent, in fact, that it led to criminal charges and to the fraternity chapter being permanently disbanded. The victim, Mark Allen Sanders, says that he was severely beaten, attacked with a hammer, and had his pants lit on fire. The pledge also states that John Hamm participated until the very end. Jeepers Creepers writer-director Victor Salva is a convicted pedophile and rapist who was able to continue making films, even films for Disney, after his conviction. The 59-year-old was convicted in 1988 of the sexual molestation of Nathan Forrest, a 12-year-old actor and star of his film Clown House. Salva videotaped the sexual acts and was also convicted of possessing commercial videotapes and magazines containing child pornography. He served 15 months of his 3-year sentence, and he somehow went on to have a career in Hollywood, which honestly, all things considered, I'm not all that surprised that he was able to go on and have a career, because apparently Hollywood doesn't care.